raise your right hand. And are you going to be translate? Okay, go ahead and raise your right hand also, please. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, thank you so much. You can go ahead and have a seat. I'm sorry, she's not.
Good afternoon, Ms. Chen. Good afternoon, Mrs. Wang. Ms. Chen, are you the cousin of Peter Wang?
Yes.
Are you here today with your aunt, Wei Ying Zhang, the mother of Peter Wang?
Yes.
Ms. Chen, I'm going to show you a photograph marked States Exhibit 76. And I'm going to ask you to show it to the jury along with your aunt, please. Can you identify this as your cousin?
Yes.
Ms. Chen, did your aunt, Peter Wang's mother, prepare a statement on behalf of the Wang and the Zhang family to be read to the jury today?
Yes.
Would you please read it for us?
My name is Linda. I am Peter Wang's mom. It is so difficult to write this letter because I don't know how to use language to express the pain of losing my oldest son, Peter. He had always made me so proud. I have 4 tattoos of Peter on my body. I get one every year on February 14th to symbolize that he is still with me, always with me. I can't accept that he is gone. How can anyone accept the death of their children when they were taken in such a way?
Miss, I don't know if the jurors can quite hear you. Can you, Thank you so much.
I can't fathom it. Peter was the perfect son. Everyone told me I was so lucky to have him. He was goofy, respectful, outgoing, and had a quality of giving that leaves marks in people's hearts. We have a big family. Peter grew up with his 4 cousins and 2 brothers among all the children. He was the one who went the extra mile when it came to organizing and planning. Just like what he did a month before he passed away, we went on a Disney trip. We had such a happy time with him. He held a family friend's daughter in his arm for 20 minutes so she could see the fireworks. When others offered to help, he said, "Don't worry, I'm not tired," even though I could see the sweat on his face. When the big group moved around the park, he made sure no one was left behind and asked everyone to wait for the slow ones. When family got into fights on this trip, he was able to comfort both sides of their arguments. He'd say, "It's over now, let's focus on the ride." Only 15 years old, his back was not shy to take on the weight to do more to bring comfort and happiness in everyone's life. He did it so effortlessly with a big smile on his face that can shine through darkness. Peter, we miss you every day. We miss the light that you bring into our lives. February 14, 2018. It was Valentine's Day. It was also one day away from Chinese New Year's Eve. This is the biggest holiday in our community. On Chinese New Year's Eve, the family will host a big feast hosting up to 20 people. It's time for a family reunion. Peter, like previous years, had invited his friends to come and celebrate with us. Sadly, the celebration was cancelled due to this tragedy. Not only in 2018, but every year since then, and every year in the future. We no longer decorate our house or host feasts on the most important holiday in our family. It is now Peter's death anniversary. This day of unity became a day that hurts the most. To tell me that my family can never be gathered completely. Each night in bed, I wonder how life could be if Peter was still here, and I wish I could go back in time to see him again, hug him again, and kiss him again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Your Honor, Ms. Chen is going to stay up here with her aunt while we bring in the next witness to testify, so there'll be 3 people sitting up here.
So we need to get one more chair. We have one right here, so we're all set when you're ready.
Aaron Chen.
There you go. Actually, do we have one that we can sit next to each other? It's okay. No problem. We can. Okay. Do you want to do that? You sure? No problem. I'm happy like this. Good afternoon, sir. Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you. You can go ahead and be seated. And when you're seated, please state your full name for the record.
My name is Aaron Chen, Aaronchen.
Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chen. Are you the cousin of Peter Wang?
I am.
And did you prepare something to be read in court today?
I did.
Will you please share it with us?
Yes.
Thank you.
Peter Wang was my cousin, but he was so much more than that. In Chinese culture, your cousins are more like your siblings, especially with the way that we grew up. We all lived close together and we all saw each other on a daily basis. His life, despite being tragically cut short, left permanent, lifelong impacts in all of our lives. Our cousin William describes Peter like a light that shines brightly in the dark. Always the funniest and always the most caring person. Peter was like an older brother to him, in addition to his 2 actual younger brothers. Despite being younger than me and my cousin Sheeta, he always watched over us like he was the oldest. And that's a habit he picked up for being the oldest child in his family. Our family relation is first generation, and as the eldest son, it was his duty to take care of not only his younger brothers, but his parents as well, being the only bridge between them and their new country. I don't really celebrate my birthday. My birthday is on November 7th, and Peter's was on the 9th, and we compromised by celebrating together on the 8th. The last birthday party I had was for my 16th and Peter's 15th birthdays. He only had 15 birthdays. To this day, I can't celebrate my own birthday just because of the pain of not being able to do it without him. Every birthday to me is just a reminder of someone who was my brother and my best friend. Someone who I just assumed would be there for me for my whole life, but was murdered just 3 months after. I remember the day Peter was killed. I was in complete denial. I didn't want to accept reality as reality. I thought if I could just find Peter and bring him home, then it would have been like nothing happened at all. Words can't not describe the pain and emotion as we found out Peter was dead. I saw Peter's mom falling out of the car she was in, crying and shrieking. The cries I heard from Peter's parents that night still stick with me like it was yesterday. That was the day I stopped looking at my parents, uncles, and aunts as all-powerful adults, but just as people, just as hard as I was. And I know I'm speaking for all of Peter's friends when I say that all of our childhoods ended that day.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chen. Thank you. Next witness is Gabe Amarita.